Hey cuties, so I'm back with another grocery haul. I'm so excited for this as always. So I hope you stick around and see what I got, and I'm going to give you some meal ideas also. So stick around. We're going to start here with all the produce. And before we get started, I wanted to mention this is a grocery delivery. So there may be things that don't look so great or perfect, but that's okay. This company that I deal with, they have such good customer service. I hope you have the same in your area. It makes all the difference. If I call them and tell them, let's say I didn't like this tomato, they will refund your money, no questions asked. So that's a really good thing. Okay, so to start with, just have some kale. I am one of those weird people who loves kale. I do enjoy it in salads, which is probably not the way most people like it, but it's really good with like some kind of sweet dressing and walnuts and things like that, feta cheese. It's delicious. I'm probably going to cook this one because I do have some sausage from the last week's grocery haul, so that'll be good. And over here, I have an avocado that is hard as a rock, but that's okay. I'm sure you all know the trick where you put it at room temperature in a brown paper bag and it gets ripe in a couple of days. And what I'm going to do with that avocado and the tomatoes is I saw a woman on TikTok who made a chaffle, which is like a waffle with egg whites and cheese in a little waffle maker. And then she put the avocado and tomato on top of that. I have to try that because obviously it's low carb. So I'm definitely trying that. I'll let you guys know when I do. It looks so delicious. So that's what I got those for. And my husband likes tomatoes in his wraps. So, and just some mushrooms. I pretty much buy mushrooms all the time. I love them sauteed. We love them roasted. All the good things. In the omelets. It's all good. And over here is just a red onion. I don't buy too many at a time because I find they don't really stay very good for too long. So, and an English cucumber, which is my favorite. I do eat a lot of cucumbers in all of my little snack boxes. I love it. On my salad, it's perfect with dip. And over here are some scallions. Another thing that I order pretty frequently, but last week, or maybe the week before, I bought some scallions and I find they go bad so fast. I even put them in those like bags that are supposed to save produce. So I finally, after so many years, I finally did the trick where you cut it and put it in water with the roots. Oh my gosh, it actually works. I'm going to insert a clip right here to show you what mine look like, but I didn't have very many. I think there's 3 or 4 in the jar, so I want to try it with even more. So I'm excited to do that. So look at this clip. I think that's just incredible. So yeah, so I'm going to put more in a bigger glass probably, and let those grow. And then we're going to swing over here and just have some bananas. My husband likes them in smoothies. I'll have, like I mentioned last time, 1 or 2 during the week. They're very high in carbs, unfortunately. But I love them with peanut butter. Sometimes just plain or with ricotta cheese, which is my favorite way. Again, I have to kind of choose which days I'm going to eat them. So yeah. And let's stay in the produce. Just some lemons, no unusual thing there. I have strawberries again. I'm hoping they're gonna start looking a little bit better. Last time they looked really, really good, but man, they were like on the verge of not being good anymore. So I have to be a little kind of aware of that. I think I'm gonna start buying my own strawberries, but yeah. And over here, these are just 1 red pepper and 1 green pepper. And you guys have seen a few times. I just chop those up in small pieces and use it in my egg white omelets. And then over here are some Brussels sprouts. I roast these. We all love Brussels sprouts, so I roast them in the oven usually. I take them out. I just put salt and pepper and avocado oil, and I take them out and sprinkle just a little bit of Parmesan cheese on them. Oh my gosh, so good. They're like potato chips. They're delicious. And we'll start going through some of the dairy. So I asked for the smaller container of egg whites. They didn't have it. So I accepted this larger one, which is fine. I actually go through egg whites pretty quickly. And of course, my favorite Cedars tzatziki, which they didn't have last time. So, and I did not like that spinach dip by them. I passed it on to my mom, and unfortunately she didn't like it either. So I'm so happy they had the tzatziki. I put this with our dinner if we have like a Greek night, or just some dip with my favorite cucumber. Yeah, so that's all that is. So let's move on to the kind of meat section. I finally got some Canadian bacon. I like these because they're very low in calories and high in protein, of course. I usually just have one. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I like it on an egg sandwich with like a light English muffin, some Velveeta cheese and an egg. So good. So I got that. I'll probably cut it in half and maybe put half in the freezer. They freeze perfectly. So, and then over here, kind of another standard order. These are pork tenderloin, sorry. There's 2 in here. So I just season these up in any way that I want to that night. I bake the 2, and then we have leftovers for lunch. So that's perfect. And these are chicken breasts that are individually packaged. And I'm sure these are very pricey if you break it down. But I stopped buying the ones from Costco. They just had a weird texture to me. And we got them like 2 or 3 times. And they just weren't good to me. Maybe everyone else is fine with it. And also I used to get a big family pack of chicken and kind of divide it up myself. But again, they were like huge pieces, and I just didn't like it. So I pay the extra money. We don't need chicken, every day, obviously. So this is fine for just the 2 of us. I think there's usually 5, sometimes 6 packets in there. And I like the Purdue brand. And over here is some ground turkey. I love the Shady Brook Farms. This is 93% lean. I'm probably gonna make some turkey meatloaf this week, so that'll be good. And just 1 or 2 frozen, I guess. So the baby broccoli, I've mentioned many times, my favorite. I like to keep this in a freezer so I have it for sides for the week. And I roast that too, right from frozen. It's delicious. And this is the one frozen meal, I think I've explained it before, that I actually enjoy. I don't like the sauce. I think those are the things I don't like about frozen meals. This one is delicious. Again, it's just steamed veggies, steamed chicken in a light sort of sesame sauce. And I just add a little brown rice to it, and it's perfect. I believe, yeah, it's 200 calories for this whole thing. So yeah, actually let's look at the protein too. So there's 23 grams of protein. That's great. 16 carbs minus the 4 fiber. So it's 12 carbs. I think that's really good. So I just like to keep it on hand. Like if I go to my mom's for lunch one day, I take it. I used to take it to work occasionally. And I know it's very high in sodium, so I try not to eat it too often. Just some miscellaneous things. I have some chickpeas here. I like the Goya brand. And I saw a woman, I believe she was on YouTube, and she made this delicious looking sort of yogurt bowl, Greek inspired, which is like my favorite flavor. And she roasted these chickpeas and put it over some yogurt. That's my finger, sorry. And some other flavors. So if I can hopefully find that again, I will show you guys. I'll do maybe a short of it and show you what mine turned out to be. So I'm excited about that. I like chickpeas anyway, so even if I don't use the whole can for that, I can put them in my salad just straight out of the can, rinsed off, and it'll be good, hopefully. And I just bought 2 Celsius drinks today. I had told you guys in previous videos, I'm not a big fan of fizzy drinks like seltzer and things, but I really like the Celsius. They aren't bad in taste and they give me so much energy. Again, I don't have it every day. It's 10 calories, but they taste good. They're not like a weird aftertaste or anything. So there's that. And not low carb at all. This is Coffee Mate Hazelnut. Another favorite of mine. I don't use it every day. I can't because it's just so high in carbs. But, you know, once in a while it's okay. I use 2 tablespoons and that's it. So there you go. And this week I bought move this out of the way. I bought the Blonde Roast iced coffee, and I love this one. This is my favorite. I kind of was off of iced coffee for a little while, so I think this week I'll kind of start making that again. I don't put any sugar in it. I put just a little bit of creamer in it. It doesn't need as much as hot coffee, I think, so that'll be yummy. Okay, so I swung over here. I wanted to show you these Mission Carb Balance tortillas. I really like these. I spent many years eating the kind of whole wheat ones and all kinds of different kinds. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. And the last time I bought them, probably like a year ago, I just couldn't tolerate it. So I found these and they are really delicious. And let me show you the macros on it. So it's 70 calories per tortilla, and it actually is just a normal tortilla, like a regular one that you would buy as far as taste and size. So it's 70 calories, 19 carbs, but 15 grams of fiber. So that's what, 4 net carbs and 5 grams of protein. So you can see why I like them. But I did buy 2. I'll put them in the freezer because I have one in the fridge now. Excuse me. My store doesn't always have them. And I know the Target by me has them, but they're sometimes out of them. So I like to just kind of hoard my tortillas. I eat them almost probably every other day maybe. I make an egg white omelet with peppers, onions, zucchini, and I add cheese, and I add sour cream and picante sauce. If you watch any of my what I eat in a day videos, you'll see that kind of burrito, I guess you would call it, one of my all-time favorites, and I'm not sick of it yet. And over here is tortilla wraps for my husband. These are not low carb. They're huge, as you can see, but he makes it more like a wrap with the cold cuts or lunch meat. So that's for him. And this is a new item I found. I had seen somebody on YouTube. She made pizza out of this. So I wanted to try it. I like the Joseph's brand. I buy their pitas sometimes. So let's turn it over and just see all the nutritional information. So half of this giant, it's pretty big, giant lavash bread, it's like a thin, almost like a tortilla, is 60 calories. Is that 8 grams of carbs, 2 fibers, so 6 net carbs, and 6 protein. I mean, even if you wanted this whole thing for 120 calories, that's not so bad. So I'm going to give this a try, and I might do what she did and make a pizza out of it. So I believe there's 4 of these in there. Yeah, 4. So I'm going to give it a try. Again, I might film that maybe as a short to show you guys how mine turned out. So I'm excited to try that. That'll be a good lunch. And another repeat buy, which I showed you last time. These are the Quest protein chips. I just buy 1 bag at a time because I can be a little crazy and just want to eat them every day. But I kind of stash them away in my pantry just in case I want something salty. I also have like Crunchmaster crackers and things, but this is really good. So I have to really be desperate for something. So there you go. Let me show you the nutrition just in case you didn't see my last video. 18 grams of protein, 5 carbs minus 1 fiber is 4 net carbs, and then 140 calories for this whole bag. And they're really good, so they're dangerous. And over here, as usual, standard order, Swiss cheese and ham, deli ham, for my husband's wraps. He hasn't gotten sick of those yet, so we're going with it. And then over here, this is another pretty standard order. It's the reduced fat sharp cheddar shredded, and I use that on my little egg white burrito things and other things, but mostly that. Then I love feta. I tried different brands. I really like the block feta, but they didn't have it this time, and that's okay. This is a small container, so it'll be easier to measure because it's already crumbled. And over here is some ricotta cheese, part skim. And I bought this probably the one night that I'm having a banana, I'll have it with this. And that's all I have, just a quarter of a cup of the ricotta cheese with a banana sliced into it. It's so, so good. So let's see, 8 grams of protein, that's great. And only 2 carbs, 90 calories for a quarter of a cup. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's a special treat. And then let's quickly go here. Just some Febreze fabric refresher. Nothing exciting. I also have waters that I show every week. My husband's seltzer water. I just didn't want to bore you guys with that, but I got that too. So this is a pretty big haul. And over here, I always refill a water bottle that I have about 3 of them that I love, the insulated ones. I really never buy the bottled water, but a friend gave me these. And these have just a little bit of caffeine. You add them to your water. And I had these already. These are not caffeinated. But I just thought of something different. I'm not a big sweet drinker, but he was so generous. He gave me a lot of these too, actually. So I do want to try them. What the heck, once in a while. But the container that it requires is, let's see, I believe it's 16.9 ounces. Yeah, so it just makes it easier. Obviously, I can just add water, but I wanted to get an idea of if I'd even like them. So I did buy these water bottles. And let me just show you the nutrition count on these. Really, there's nothing. It's 10 calories per packet. And, 3 grams of carbs, 0 protein. So I'm going to give those a try. I might not even like it. My husband might wind up drinking them. Hey, it's me. I'm just interjecting here. I wanted to tell you what I thought about the raspberry lemonade Crystal Light. So I poured some in that container, or the water bottle that I showed you. And then I poured half of it, or maybe a little less than half, in this glass with ice. It's really pretty good, I have to say. It's not too sweet. So yeah, I'm excited. Just as something different once in a while. Gotta still keep drinking that water plain, but it's a nice little treat once in a while. So there you go. Have a great day. And the last few items I wanted to show you are for Easter Sunday. Obviously not low carb, not even healthy. But you can probably guess what I'm gonna make. I am making not your mama's banana pudding, and that is a Paula Deen recipe. So the only thing I don't have here that I really need is the milk, but otherwise all the ingredients are here, the cream cheese, of course the bananas. Easter's not for a couple days, so I'm hoping these will be perfect. I got the vanilla pudding, the good old nutritious Cool Whip, and it calls for chessmen cookies. I didn't even realize they had these. These are spring shapes, so like tulips, and what else did they have on there? A sun. I didn't even realize they had them, so I'm excited. It'll look pretty. You put all the chessmen cookies on top, so So delicious. It'll be my one splurge, and then I'll send everybody home with it, all the leftovers. So I think that's the end of my grocery haul. It's a pretty big one. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I'd love for you to subscribe. It really helps my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and any of my other videos, and have a great night.